Welcome back to the classroom. Come on in. No late pass required. Today, we are moving into the latest for our Arcane watch through with episode 8 titled Oil and Water. Couldn't even tell you what that is about. All I know is that things are really heating up as we get into the final 2 episodes here. We're seeing just a lot of different things happening here. We obviously saw the quite epic, the very, very epic scene with Echo and Jinx fighting it out on the bridge. We saw Victor kind of infusing himself with like a little bit of blood magic along with the shimmer. We're seeing Marcus not making the cut. And we see Vi and Caitlyn trying to make their way back to Piltover in an effort to try and return the gem. So a lot is really happening here, and I'm curious to see where they're going to end up taking it here, because obviously we see a lot of pieces starting to fall into place, a lot of connections being made, and especially with Silco kind of pulling a lot of the strings and kind of losing his I don't want to say clutch on Jinx, but her overall control, or I guess being able to like keep her at bay is probably the best way of describing it. And so I have no idea what's going to end up happening next, if maybe there's going to be an alliance of some kind formed, if like both sides are going to end up going to war with one another, what is going to end up happening. Who's to say? But before we get started, I do want to make sure that I thank you guys, because we officially hit 1,000 subscribers, and as such I was able to apply for the YouTube partner program, which by the time this video airs will more than likely have gone through. And so very excited about that. Thank you so much for all of your incredible love and support. All of you guys here really made this possible, that I was able to get this done in a year, and like not even a year from when I started making these videos. And so I love and appreciate each and every one of you. So let's get to what you guys came here for and jump right into the video. Okay, so whose backstory are we getting this time around? Oh, getting a little bit of Mel here. Okay, who's letting her just walk around in whatever area this is?
You must learn to be both the fox and the wolf.
Interesting. So be cunning,
Paint the walls in
yet
gold.
strong.
Import crystal chandeliers.
I will give you the world, child. If
It doesn't seem...
take it.
This doesn't seem like the disappointment she was saying her family saw in her. Wonder what caused that.
What should we do?
Ooh,
with her?
who is this? I wonder if this is when we see the disappointment.
She won't make trouble for us.
Kill her now. Only one must die. Let her live, and you may need to kill thousands.
Oh, yeah. No, oh, yeah, you can tell, like, in her eyes, there's fear. And maybe this is...
The wolf has no mercy.
Ah, I can understand that being a bad dream. But now we got an alarm going off. That would be traumatic, yeah. We could see how she might get disappointed. Oh.
Will you be okay?
Oh, yeah. Marcus is very much dead.
Jinx.
Well, he does care. She can't be dead, can she? I mean, they're running in force here. Shit.
Gone. What?
Shit, I thought... Oh, crap. Well, Jinx had one last One last role to play if she's not, if she's dead. You've got to be kidding me. I finally, that just tells me exactly what I should be thinking, is that, like, never expect things to go well. Because since when have things gone well at all in this show? Wow, they really are focusing in on him being dead, aren't they? Oh my goodness, the person's head oozing out there. Yeah, I don't blame you, buddy. Oh, one of the things is still alive here. One of our little bots. He's putting together the pieces. That's not good. What is she thinking on this? Wow. Blasting right in.
This is Vi. Could we have a word, Caitlin? In private.
She doesn't want to have a word in private.
You have to speak to the council. Speak to the council? You
Oh, man.
Several laws.
I'll take responsibility.
You're
Wow.
a councillor's daughter. Your actions reflect on your entire body.
She really took a beating.
Having to choose between a kingpin who wants to exploit them in a government that doesn't give a shit. Caitlin.
She's spitting facts, though.
I'm sure our daughter could use some rest after her adventures.
She's spitting facts.
I'll schedule an audience.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's
You and your friend prepare accordingly.
that is more than I anticipated her getting.
And before I begin, I must know. Are you prepared to lose her?
No. That is not a question he anticipated. He is not ready.
Die.
She nearly, like, suicide bombed herself. What?
Once had a daughter.
Is he just trying to make sure that he doesn't interfere? Or is he actually working against him? Oh, jeez.
Jings gets a whim. Suddenly his spine's made of jelly. And here you are, shoveling his shit.
Wow, he's trying to undermine him.
One thing, brains another.
Oh, and it's working, isn't it?
There's bigger fish than Silco.
Oh, I wonder what they're trying to go for here. Like they want to, like, go full assault on the people up above. Certainly possible. It definitely looks like it's just coming more closer and closer to war. Oh. Ah.
Mel, Elora, you didn't have to come out to meet me.
What are you doing here, Mother?
Can I not
That
hear
is her mother.
stories of Piltover's hospitality?
Who said, perhaps your sentimentality will be more at home with those soft-spined idealists overseas?
She doesn't forget a word that was
My
said.
father's memory.
Don't try to ingratiate yourself with me.
Mel.
Or that.
Yo, her mother is jacked. What is up with everybody being absolutely cut in
Has
this?
gone. Jay's Talus has turned his eye to Hextech weaponry.
I knew it.
War
Yeah,
is You've let the problems of your undercity fester too long.
I sponsored Hextech to protect the city, not burn it to the ground.
It's not conjecture.
I mean,
It's a fact. Weapons come made and they are always used.
they
Here,
both have a
I
point.
make right decisions.
They both have a point. I just very much agree more with Mel on this one.
I'm off to sample the local cuisine.
Oh. She's definitely the one in charge, that's for sure.
We'll present our case to the council.
I didn't want her to start crying and wake my parents up, so I pretended to chase my own monsters away. I'd say. No monster's gonna get you when I'm here.
Oh no.
And a real monster showed up.
Oh,
Just ran away.
oh jeez. An aggressive amount of... Well, oh man. Well, that's what they're doing to get her back and going. All the shimmer. Oh geez, she's having flashbacks.
You know,
Sands must be painful. I'm afraid it will only get worse.
Wow, her mind is not great. Oh, wow. Yeah, not kidding about, like, death might be more of a mercy. Wasn't trying to undermine him, it looks like. Just make sure he didn't interfere.
I saved her life.
Once again, didn't want him to interfere. Ooh, interesting. Heimerdinger is wandering the Undercity. He's getting to kind of see a glimpse into what it was that he was fighting so hard to not help. Oh. Oh, that was so cute.
Like this. Get away from her.
Oh. Yeah, he's now really seeing the problems that are transpiring here. Maybe gathering a bit more empathy in the process.
Though these blades seem improperly pitched.
You're wrong. It's designed for the fissures. Air is denser.
Oh,
Yo, he's alive! Oh my goodness, thank goodness.
Fine. I just sprained my ankle.
just Heimerdinger now.
What are you doing on this side of the river?
Wow.
I wanted to offer my assistance to the citizens of the Undercity, but it seems I'm unwelcome.
You're holding my ride.
Wow, that is not a connection I anticipated seeing here.
Your leadership is impotent.
Wow.
We may not be Noxus, but Piltover isn't as helpless as you think.
Who said anything about Piltover? The council is the problem.
What makes this the city of progress is that we keep trying until we get it right.
Wow.
So thank you for your advice, Mrs. Medorda.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I see why this province and my daughter have fallen for you. You
Might have
a
to
passion of youth.
blur that out.
I have experience. But if you don't accept certain realities, I fear you'll end up like General Parlek. Slaughtered with your eyes closed.
That's... wow. Power move to intimidate him while naked like that. Wow.
Counselors, my daughter has a unique insight into our situation.
Thank you.
Wow. Not something I anticipated, but here we go.
She was born in the Undercity. One man leads these efforts. Silco.
We've done investigations of Silco. They yielded no such level of organization.
Who
Yeah,
led these investigations?
there's a shock.
What does the Silco even want from us?
He calls it the Nation of Zorn.
Zorn.
Her name is Jinx.
This gene
She's
has
ready
been
to know. She's ready to tell everybody.
by force.
That could trigger war.
There are good people down there.
That would trigger war.
Even if we wanted to invade, they have Shimmer.
We have Hextech.
What happened to you?
We've been talking about talking for weeks now.
There may be a diplomatic solution.
Yeah.
She's right.
He doesn't have the support.
You want to negotiate with him?
It may be the only way to avoid further bloodshed.
This is
Oh,
insane.
Vi's about to go off.
Learn nothing?
Enforcers, please escort them out.
Forget it. I remember where your fancy damn door is.
Yeah. Has no faith in them whatsoever, and I don't blame her. Like, action needs to be taken, but negotiating with him is not going to be the best way to do it.
Wait! We'll make a new plan. We have to try.
We tried, okay? It wasn't
She really
enough.
is invested, at
Topside
least.
And bottom, oil and water. That's all there is.
What about us?
Oil and water. Wasn't meant to be.
No.
Just saying that.
No, no, no.
Favor, Cupcake. Forget me. Okay?
No. Damn it, there was something between them. Come on. Yo. Did he manage to succeed by combining the two? I was about to say, this is the first time we've seen him. Yo, he's freaking running. Wow. How many more experiments is he going to do on himself? Wow, that looks different. What is she trying to present to him? Yo, that does look really cool, though. Is he about to do that to his entire self? Oh, he's out of the stuff. He needs more.
I've been working on this.
Jeez, he's got like a full harness now, too. Jeez, he's been like maiming himself all over.
Everything you do inspires me.
Oh. Jeez, what is he doing to himself? Victor wants to. She just disintegrated. Oh, come on. She was coming to tell you how much she cared about you.
No.
That's different now. This is not going well at all. At least he's got more of those, like, stabilized gemstones. Ooh, Vi's coming to see him.
So you just wave an arm? Have
Throw
someone
people
turn
in
it
there.
off, don't bother to find out what it does to someone being stuffed in a stone box for weeks, or... I want in.
Ooh.
You heard the council.
Fuck the council. You said you were tired of doing nothing.
Fuck the council.
There's no sensible thing that came out of anyone's mouth tonight.
Wow.
Vigilante.
She believes in his plan.
This so people notice you when you raise your hand in the boardroom?
We built them for mining the fissures.
You're the one she trusted to do something.
And that's exactly what she's now trusting you to do.
What do you want me to do? Arrest him?
Shut down his supply, and it's only a matter of time before his own people turn.
Ooh. Interesting.
Take out his manufacturing facilities.
So, we got a deal, pretty boy?
I love her. I love her so much. Jeez, that's a lot of shimmer. Holy shit. They're just shipping it out. Ooh. That stuff's gonna be... Oh, they're sending in enforcers as well. Yo! That was him in the opening title. Set off an alarm. Oh, no. There's just like fuckers waiting to like roll in. Uh-oh. Yeah, here's war starting. Jeez. Oh man. All right, so they got Shimmer and some like messed up like. Oh, did they like take their arms off? They look like amputees. Yo! This is a pairing I didn't expect, but I love it. This music. Yo. Yo. Yo, they're both. Yo. Yo, him wielding a freaking like warhammer. Yo, this is epic. These are technologically advanced boxing gloves. Screw mining. We're going boxing. What the shit? Yo! That is insane. That's not good though. Oh, that's not good at all. He's... That looked like it hurt. Oh, yeah, that's... Some of these folks were just kids. Oh, epic fight scene, but then here's the aftermath. Seeing what he did. Come on, give it... Yeah, show mercy, please. They're all kids. Suddenly war is... not so black and white now, is it? Shit. Wonder what Caitlyn's gonna do. She really does care about her, doesn't she? No. No. No, 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 no. Don't tell me that's where it ends. Please don't tell me. I hate everything. All of you, I hate it. Just stop. Come on. Ugh. I was about to say we got a very little amount of jinx in that episode and we just... Shit. Well, that's how she's gonna get drawn back into it, I guess. So we just finished watching episode 8 titled Oil and Blood of Arcane, and they're definitely setting up a lot for the final episode here. There's a lot that they still have to wrap up. I'm curious to how they're going to do it with so many loose ends that they have going on here. I like that they still started the episode with that intro scene introducing like a new character's backstory, and specifically this time being Mel, because obviously we saw what's her face, Mel's mother in both the flashback and in the more immediate scene. Her mother is interesting. Definitely somebody who sees war as the solution for everything, and I think really gets underneath Jace's skin in that regard. Does a very good job of intimidating him, especially because of the fact that like she just walks straight up to him while they're talking, while she's just having a bath, and just comes right up to him, just like total birthday suit, and says like, you're not going to get anything done unless you have the will to act and you need to do something. And says that the council is weak, and says that the council, like, mind over matter, like, he's saying, like, it doesn't work in something like this. And while I somewhat understand where she's coming from, it also shouldn't be the end-all be-all of everything. Sometimes it is important to fix those problems in a way that is understood, but at the same time, certain people can be negotiated with, others cannot. It is unfortunately the way the world works, and I think Jay started to kind of see that at the end after the big conflict, the big battle that we saw, as he saw who the true victims were in the first place. And Jace is probably the most complex character that we have seen thus far, and there's so much going on. He's having to, like, deal with all of these different areas to try and balance everything out, because there is a good heart there. It's just a matter of figuring out where to point it. Because sometimes, like, he wants to help out certain people, but then, like, by doing so it'll hurt others and so on. I'm really hoping that he does take mercy on a lot of these kids that were working inside of this shimmer plant that they raided, and that he doesn't just throw them all in prison, kind of like what Vi was saying. You just throw them in a hole and throw the key away. That way you don't have to deal with them. Never been to this prison before in their life, yet keeps on throwing everybody there just willy-nilly. They don't give a shit. They just see it as a way to get rid of the people who cause them problems. And Silco is not somebody who's just going to lay down and take it. He's not somebody who's going to take it. And as we can kind of see by when he found Jinx, who was still alive, like, after having those bombs go off very, very close to her, just barely holding on and having to fight for her life. I did find it very interesting that the doctor, I always forget his name, but the doctor, like, drugging Silco to make sure he didn't interfere while he was messing around with Jinx, because obviously, like, some of the really terrible, awful things that are going to happen to her as she's going through this sort of procedure, like, he's going to try to do whatever he can to save her. Like, this is someone who he cares so deeply about. And no matter, like, what weird sort of relationship they have, obviously it does seem like he sees a lot of her in her, a lot of him in her, I should say, especially because both of them just, like, they lost so much. They were betrayed by the people who they considered family. And so he has taken a very deep understanding and liking of her, quite to the detriment of his own status within the Undercity. Like, he runs things, but it's definitely seeming like they're sowing the seeds of doubt with some of the other, like, higher up members of this, like, sort of, like, Undercity version of the council. And I think that his love of Jinx is going to end up backfiring, but really only time will tell. Jinx, on the other hand, is just dealing with some shit, because as she's going through this whole procedure, her life is being saved. Obviously, she is doing a whole lot of going through a whole lot of things. Really thinks that, like, Caitlyn and Vi, like, Caitlyn is a replacement for Vi, and as a result really is targeting her. That, as we saw the end of the episode here, that's not going to go over well. Now that Caitlyn is on her own and she's having to deal with Jinx alone, that little subtle threat, I don't know what's going to happen. I have a feeling like some torture might be in the next episode with this. And as I said, I had a feeling that something was going to happen to Caitlyn at some point in one of these episodes, because apparently neither Vi nor Powder / Jinx can be happy. Apparently, like, neither of them can have a good life, and that includes the happiness that Caitlyn was bringing Vi, even though, you know, they said they were... Vi said to Caitlyn, like, we're like oil and water, just like the two cities. They don't mix. And I love that because, like, from a science perspective, like, obviously, like, they don't actually mix together. One kind of like floats within the other, and it doesn't ever end up working together. And so I wanted them to have a happy ending. I was like so distraught by the fact that Vi was kind of just saying like, move on, Cupcake, because it was never gonna work. And I'm like, come on, I want it to work so bad. But unfortunately, like in real life, sometimes it just doesn't. And I really do hope that there is some form of a happy ending. But judging from the two sort of finales that we have had so far, there is no happy ending. There is just the next step in the story. And I am definitely concerned with her fate. I was intrigued by Heimerdinger finding Echo, because I thought honestly that he was dead too. Like we saw his sort of timer that he had in his pocket just stop ticking, and I was worried that he was dead, but thank goodness he is alive, because he is definitely one of my favorite characters. Kind of one of my like sleeper pick in terms of favorite character. I really do like him a lot, and they're gonna play a cool role. I have this feeling that they're gonna come along at the right time. Like Echo and Heimerdinger, like Heimerdinger is definitely seeing that there needs to be some assistance provided to the Undercity, and that what he's been doing has been insufficient. He is learning the lesson that he so sorely needed to after just decades of living in comfort and not really helping out the people of the Undercity. And I think that Echo is going to really be a good person to show him why it is worth saving and how it can be saved. And I think there's going to be a conflict on three fronts. We're going to be seeing the Enforcers, we're going to be Silco and his gang, and then we're going to see those others in the Undercity, the Firelights, kind of being like the third, and like we have like sort of like a three-way battle that's happening, because obviously at this point we see Vi and Jace making the next big move. We saw like Jinx blowing up half of the people on the bridge and killing all of those people, including the chief of police, who they very much know at this point was very much corrupt. At the same time, they still saw that as like, that was the first hit. Jinx has been fucking with us, and we need to fight back. We cannot just let her continue to mess with us. And as such, I while it was a very cool fight, like that entire fight scene of like, yes, the super powered boxing gauntlets that were meant to be more of mining tools, as we very well knew. Unfortunately, it ended up being more of weapons, and this is really just solidifying all the things that we saw in the title card. Jace has his super powered hammer now, you know, kind of reflective of his roots. He is somebody who is very good with his hands. He's very good with a hammer, as per the Talos way. And as such, his weapon of choice is a massive war hammer that he utilizes, that is just charged by these crystals. And how insane it was that he was able to do like all of these like diverse things, because for me personally, what that kind of signifies is how a hammer can be used as a tool for creation or a tool for destruction. And there are so many different ways that you can use something as simple as a hammer. Are you going to build something up or knock something down? And a lot of the abilities that I saw in the hammer really reflected that. Like we saw how it could be used as like a protective shield when he kind of like went down with it, almost made like a Halo-esque bubble shield. And he was able to kind of like protect himself as an attack was coming from multiple fronts. But then it was also used as a ranged attack, in addition, just absolutely eviscerating everyone left and right. And obviously he ended up hitting somebody who he didn't mean to, and I truly think that he's going to regret that quite fiercely, because he hit a kid and the kid died, and then all of these other kids are watching like, am I gonna be next? And Vi at the same time, like, she seems to be more on the point of like, we need to do whatever is necessary to win this fight. If there's a couple casualties along the way, like, what's a couple more? At the same time, though, I think she will have some sympathy for some of the kids that were working there. I think that she might try to fight for them to have a little more leniency. But at the same time, she might think like, you know, very much black and white. If they work for Silco, then that's it. They have betrayed the ideals that Vander used to have for the Undercity, and as such should be punished. But I don't think that's going to solve anything if she goes that route, because it's very much similar to the mind of like the Council and the Enforcers. Black and white. They say either we have to go to war or we have to talk this out. And like the wishy-washiness, like she cannot do that. Like, it's not going to be a wishy-washy. It's going to be like cut and dry. Like, spare these people or else, or you have to take out everybody. There is no discrimination at all whatsoever. I feel like at the same time she might feel a little uncomfortable about working with Enforcers because of her past, her history with Enforcers. But it seems like she's starting to at least trust Jace a little bit, because at least to Vi, she's the only he was the only voice of reason at that council, while everybody else was kind of taking a more cautious approach, which I will say the cautious approach is to be commended. After everything that has happened, like, them still trying to want to find a diplomatic solution was admirable, but at the same time, Vi and Jace were kind of right about negotiating with Silco is not going to be a negotiation. It is going to be demand. And as such, like, doing something like this is going to send a bigger message. But only really, like, time will tell if that message is heard in the correct way. I personally just think that an all-out war is going to be next episode for the finale. We're going to see everybody fighting each other. We're going to see, unfortunately, Jinx versus Vi, as we saw in the title card. They're going to be going at it. You know, Vi has her superpowered gauntlets at this point, and obviously Jinx uses her just absolute massive Gatling gun, and the two of them are going to be fighting. I think Jace is going to get a little too involved, or he's going to think that he might have made a mistake. But the fate of these two cities is on the line for the next episode, especially with some of the chaos that we also saw from Victor. And I really do think that that is also going to somewhat come into play. I think the combination of the Hextech and the Shimmer, it could go a couple of different ways. It could show that, like, maybe they could coexist, because in a way the Shimmer and the Hextech are kind of like that whole theme, oil and water. Seemingly they shouldn't be able to mix, yet here Victor is. Now at the same time, kind of like exploring that metaphor just a little bit more, that combination didn't come without a price. And unfortunately we saw the assistant who was enamored with Victor, who just appreciated his genius, who seemed to definitely have feelings for him and wanted to help him in the best way that she could. It's very much even possible that she had a solution to help him survive, yet upon coming in and seeing him trying to do something that probably shouldn't have been done in the first place, we see, unfortunately, that she gets taken out. She gets evaporated, disintegrated, and Victor feels super guilty. Yet we now see, like, it almost seemed like the crystal with these runes has mutated to a point of like super amounts of blood magic, because that's what I think that it was doing. It was taking all of her blood and sapping it right in there. And I think it's kind of a cool metaphor, at least in my opinion, with how these two cities intermingle. Like, it could make something that helps people. There are going to be casualties along the way, but if this doesn't go over the right way, then it could end up causing way more harm than good, and many lives could be lost in the process. You know, Heimerdinger probably is going to be somewhat correct here. I think that this magical force that unfortunately Victor has unleashed is just going to make things even worse, and it's possible that some people might have to team up. He might go completely insane and lose control. The Shimmer might do some more damage than good, and the Crystal might do some more damage than good. I mean, he's able to walk and run, but at what cost? So what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below if you have any specific thoughts on any of this, any theories, anything I might have missed. I'm enjoying this a lot, and I'm sad to see that we are only one episode away from the finale, because all I want is more. I want more of this, and while I do know that there are rumors about season 2, nothing fully confirmed yet. Only time will tell. So make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Thank you again so much for all of your incredible support for this channel. You guys made the impossible possible. Jeez. All I can say is thank you. So with that in mind, class, you are officially dismissed, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody.